We're talking about oops, reversing big mistakes.
Oops, indeed.
Oops, welcome to 5-Minute Power Talks with Jill and Terry Eckersley. Oops, reversing big mistakes. Who's ever made a mistake?
Oh my goodness.
Who's ever made big mistakes? Well, you're on the right channel because we've made lots of them. If you want to subscribe to the channel, hit subscribe. We do lots of these 5 power minute encouragement talks. Oops, I've made a mistake, a big mistake. Who's ever done that? I remember traveling once with a friend of mine who was my pastor. We are Christians, but we share good news with people of all faiths and none. And I remember traveling with my pastor, who was speaking in a lot of big churches around the world. And it's what I wanted to do. And he was a bit farther down than me, and obviously a pastor, a mentor. And I said, and I was keen to serve him and help him. And I said, oh, I'll iron your shirts. I don't know why I said I'd do that.
You just obviously wanted to serve him.
I did, but
Be kind.
I'm saying I don't know why, because I didn't even iron my own shirts. Do you know what I mean? So, there's a time to step out and a time to grow on the job, but don't do it with somebody you value and respects clothing. Anyway, I started to iron the shirt, and I put a massive hole in it, a burn hole. How on earth did I do that? I don't know. And I felt very guilty. I felt very embarrassed. Did God love me and forgive me? Yes. Would he love me and forgive me? He was actually very gracious. But how did I rectify that? Oops, I've made a big mistake.
You bought him a new shirt?
No.
You didn't?
No.
Oh, okay.
I bought him 2 new shirts.
Oh, look at that. That's
Come
excellent.
on now. So that's a good way of reversing mistakes.
Absolutely.
Double down on overcoming and getting the slate wiped clean.
Yeah. So you put it right, and you did more than put it right.
I put it right and did some more. So it's like, if oops, you've made a big mistake with somebody, put it right, apologise. If you burned a shirt or done whatever, don't get them with just 1 shirt.
Yeah.
Get them 2. And get really, really nice ones.
I think that's
Which
very good advice, isn't it? Because it can be difficult when you make a mistake to admit it. And sometimes I think people think, okay, if I don't say anything, it'll be okay. But obviously in your instance, you couldn't have got away with that. But I think you're right. It can be, a bit of swallow your pride and just say, do you know something, I've made a mistake. I'm really sorry about that. But I've done this to put it right. I think then people respect that. One, that you're honest.
One that
you're not then just, pretending it doesn't happen and being a big blag merchant. Because otherwise, then people can't trust you. And it can erode a friendship when somebody can think, well, hang on a minute. People sometimes might know you've made a mistake and are waiting for you to come and say, I'm really sorry about that, because then it shows you've got integrity.
Yes.
As well.
So if you make a mistake, put it right with the person, apologise, and then recompense if you need to, and do more. And interestingly, we can apologise to the person and recompense and do more. But you don't need to share your mistakes with anybody and everybody. You don't need to wear your heart on a sleeve with mistakes.
No.
Because we all make mistakes. Oops, I've made a mistake. So you can ask the person to forgive you, say you're sorry, but then forgive yourself. It's one of the big keys. Forgive yourself in life and then move on. Oops, I've made a mistake. Absolutely. We all have. But a big key is just asking for forgiveness. Recompensing. And another big key is don't tell Uncle Tom Cobley and all. You don't need to. They don't need to know. It's none of their business. And I'll tell you, if you've asked people forgiveness, and if you're a Christian and you've asked God for forgiveness, or you want to become a Christian, Jesus died to take away every mistake we've made, then don't let other people be travel agents for guilt trips and put that on you. So we all make mistakes, but I like what a friend of mine says, learn to fail forward into the mercy of God.
That's good.
That's a good key. So thanks for tuning in. Like, hit the bell, subscribe. Power 5 Minutes with Jill and
Terry Eckersley.
Watch some of the more videos. We love you. Ciao.